Yo, what's up, action takers? Shawn Cole here. And listen, if you're serious about building a real business online, a business that doesn't just make you feel good, but makes you real money, then this video is for you. We're diving deep into a strategy that's going to change the game for you. Because, real quick, before you waste another month building a digital product nobody buys, let me put you on game. You don't need a product, you need a buyer. You need proof that what you're creating is wanted. I'm talking about cold, hard evidence that people are ready to pull out their wallets and invest in what you're building. Because here's the deal. I've been there. I've felt the frustration of pouring your heart and soul into something only to hear crickets when you finally hit launch. It's enough to make you want to give up. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. I made over $900,000 from one digital product, and I sold it before I even built it. That's right. I had the cash in hand before I wrote a single line of code, before I designed a single slide. This video is going to show you how to sell the promise before you build anything, so you can finally stop spinning your wheels and start stacking your wins. Let's be real. Most people go about this whole digital product thing completely backwards. They've got it flipped upside down. They think, let me build the perfect course, ebook, app, whatever. They lock themselves away in their basement, their home office. They spend hours, days, weeks, even months perfecting every little detail. They're obsessing over logos, color palettes, the perfect font. And then when it's finally perfect, they drop it. And nobody buys. Why? Because they built it for them, not the market. They got so caught up in their own vision, their own idea of what they thought was cool or interesting, that they forgot the most important thing, who they were building it for. Listen, I'm all about passion, about following your gut, about creating something you believe in. But if you want to build a real business, you got to make sure there are people out there who are hungry for what you're serving up. Before you write a single line of code, before you design a single pixel, talk to your audience, ask questions, find out what they're struggling with. What are their pain points? What are their frustrations? What's keeping them up at night? Get on the phone, hop on Zoom calls, send out surveys, slide into those DMs, whatever it takes to get inside their heads and understand their world. Then take that pain, that problem, and turn it into a promise. You're not building for fun. You're building for transformation. You're offering them a solution, a way out, a path to a better version of themselves. Look, I'm going to be straight with you. People don't care about your features. They don't care about your tech stack. They don't care about your fancy design or your slick marketing copy. They care about their future. They care about what your product, your service, your solution will allow them to do, to be, to experience. They don't want a course, they want freedom. They don't want an ebook, they want a result. They want to feel different, look different, live different. They're not buying your product, they're buying a better version of themselves. Action step. Before you build anything, before you even think about features or benefits, I want you to sit down and write out this sentence. I help go from pain to result without thing they hate. Boom, that's your promise. That's the core of your value proposition. That's what you're selling. Now go sell that. Let me let you in on a little secret. You don't need a full-blown website. You don't need a fancy funnel. You don't need all the bells and whistles to start making money. You just need a promise, a payment link, and a little bit of hustle. I've seen people in my community make serious bank with just a Google Doc and a Stripe link. That's it. They laid out their promise clearly. They explained the transformation people would experience, and they gave them a way to pay. Action step. Go write a Google Doc, describe your promise, break it down, make it irresistible, then drop a payment link at the bottom. That's it. Share it with your audience. If they bite, you build. If they don't, you pivot. You go back to the drawing board, you refine your promise, you adjust your offer, and you try again. It's all about testing, iterating, and finding what works. My fire your job story. Let me tell you a quick story about how I put this into practice. April 1st, 2016, I fired my job, didn't quit. I fired it. Every year, I celebrate that. So one year, I thought, what if I turn this into a masterclass? What if I could celebrate and get paid at the same time? Now, I could have spent weeks, months even creating the perfect course. But instead, I focused on the promise. I made a promise. Learn how to fire your job just like I did. I pre-sold the class for $300 before I made a single slide. And you know what? People signed up. They bought into the promise. Then I built it. And later, I sold the recording over and over and over again. Action, step. Think about a personal win you've had, a challenge you've overcome, a transformation you've experienced. Ask yourself, can I turn this into a promise someone would pay to learn? That's your product. Now pre-sell it. Chapter 5, turn delivery into digital gold. Here's how you scale this thing, how you turn your knowledge and experience into a real business. Do the work once and get paid over and over again. That $300 masterclass, I turned it into a product, slid it into my funnel as an upsell, made thousands more just by repurposing the work I already did. Action step, record your delivery, turn it into a product, add it to your funnel or email follow-up. That's called stacking value. Chapter 6, you are not Beyonce. No offense. All right, time for a little tough love. Let me hit you with some truth. You ain't Beyonce, I ain't either. She can drop an album with no promo and sell out stadiums. We got to build buzz, but too many folks bid in silence, hoping people just show up. They won't, not unless you talk about it first. Action step, post about your idea before you build. Ask people if they want it. Build a wait list. Even 10 people is enough to know you got something real. Chapter 7, the 5-step pre-sale formula. Let me break it all the way down for you. Here's the 5-step sell before you build formula. 1, pick one clear problem your audience is facing. Get specific. 2, make a bold, clear promise to solve that problem. 3, create a Google Doc or checkout page that clearly outlines your promise and includes a payment link. 4, talk to real people. DM, call, email, whatever it takes to get your offer in front of them. 5, ask for the sale. If they buy, you build. If not, you tweak. That's it. That's how you build with speed. That's how you move like a boss. Chapter 8, talk to real people. Look, in this digital age, it's easy to get so caught up in algorithms and automation that you forget to get personal. But at the end of the day, business is about people. So talk to folks. Ask what they need. Listen to their struggles, their frustrations, their aspirations. That's how you find out what to build. Not with guesses, with conversations. Action step. This week, message 5 people. Ask them what their biggest struggle is with your topic. Listen. Then go back to your Google Doc and update your prompts. That's real market data. And it's free. Outro. Sell the promise first. Look, this ain't theory. This is what works. I've done it. My students have done it. And now you can too. So here's your next move. Download my free ebook, The Ultimate Guide to AI in Digital Marketing, at theultimateguide to AI in digitalmarketing.com. It's packed with real strategies you can use right now to grow, sell, and scale your digital products the smart way. Lock in, move fast, and always sell the promise first. I'll see you at the top.